And there is a point that I have to remind you is that when you get a CAD file and then you want to model a project using BIM system, just try to check every file that you have beforehand and make sure that every one of them is right, just so you have a better understanding when you start the actual modeling process. And if you're a designer working in an organization or a company and you're working under a system, but you're the supervisor of your own work, then you're familiar with all of these actions yourself. But if you're doing a solo project and you're handed the files, you have to check them beforehand. So I select a point from the file and consider it as our 0, point. Let me just move this around so I can get a better view of it. Now, for example, I go to this point over here. So the stairs are continuing upwards here. So I choose one of these stair levels. And using the move option, I select all of the plan and then I hit enter. And then after I've done that, I go to this point here. I choose this specific point of the stair here, right underneath this middle part here. Now let's take a look at this text we have next to the mouse here that says specify second point or use first point as displacement. If you see this text pop up, then it means that our F12 is on. If you see this, just choose shift and square and then type in 0 and 0. And if you don't see it, just type in 0, 0 and then hit enter. And then I hit Z enter and then E enter. Let me just go over to this part and delete these again. After I've done that, I hit PU again. Then I select purge all again, hit OK. And then I close it up. I type in UN and then enter. And I change the scale to meters. Then I hit enter to close that one up. And then I type RE and then enter again. And then I hit Ctrl S. And then I'm going to save the files in my own destination that I've chosen beforehand. And for example, the destination that I've chosen is Iran-Beam file samples Arch DWG. And then I'm going to save it in that destination. After I've selected that, I'm going to rename it to -1. When I'm done with that, I'm going to close this one up here. So let's just take a look back at the Revit file that we had and go to the underground STR plan. I cancel this one here and then I save it. We're in the underground structure and we have the DWG on here. I go to the insert tab and then I hit import CAD, or just let's go to the link CAD because you can do that as well. I choose the file that we had and I choose the meter as our units and I choose black and white as our color, and our position is origin to origin, and then I'm going to open it up. So let's just go over here. That's that. And then I'm going to change this area over here. Let's just open it up so we can get a view of it. And that's it. There we go. Let's just zoom in to see if that's right. Okay, it's all correct. So we just start the process again and we go to the structure tab right here. I select the grid tool and I can draw them on each other because it's a CAD file. We go over here and that's that. Well, it seems I may have made a mistake. Let's just edit this one here and we change it to A, and then I change this one here to A1. B over here. So the next one is going to be C. The one after that's going to be D. After that we have E and then F. So we just named this one to F1 as well. And then finally G. From this view we have 1, and the other ones will be sorted out by themselves. Then we have 2, then 3, then we go to the 4th one, then we have the 5th and the 6th. After that we go to the next one, and we have 7 for this one, and the one after that is going to be 7A. So let's just type it here, and then we're done. After that I'm going to hit VV just for now. Let's just go to the Worksets tab, and maybe let's just go to the Collaborate section, hit Worksets, I uncheck the DWG box, and then I hit OK. After I've done that, I'm going to select all of these and then hit Maximize 3D Extents. And there you go. And then I'm going to hit VV again. I go to the Worksets section and then I check it this time. Hit OK. Well, it seems we may have missed these ones here, so I'm going to draw them as well. This one's H, and this one's I. The next one's J, and the one after that is K. And after that we go to L and L1. Just a point that may help you, not necessarily in here, but overall in some of your projects, specifically the structure ones. An important point is that in access planning you don't have anything named I or O in some of your plans, and this is only dependent on the standard of the organization that you're working for. So when you get to the I point, you just skip it and go straightly to J. And the reasoning for this is, when you have I up here and then 1 over here, and then you print the plan, you may see a reduction in visibility, and the difference between I and 1 isn't exactly clear. And the same case goes for 0 and O. You can't see them clear either. And that's why in some plans you don't see I or O. But this one here is just an example, so we keep I here. But don't be surprised if you see a plan and there's no I or O in it. I go over here and then I uncheck DWG again, and then I maximize this one here. And there you go. I go to the Workset section again and I show the DWG again. And then I save this one here. So let's just go over here and select the Worksets again. And we're going fine and according to plan up to here. And then I'm going to choose the axis itself. Let's pull this one here. And then I go to edit the type. I change the center segment to none. I hit OK. So the center part is empty like the actual file that we had. And now we're going to be drawing the walls. So let's go to our AutoCAD file and we go to the underground plan. And as you can see here, we have 4 types of walls. So this is our Leco wall, and this one is our fireproof wall. The next one is our inside wall, and the last one is the wall filled with light concrete blocks. And as you can see, this one is an inside wall. The wall here surrounding the stairs is a fireproof wall. Let's just take a look over here. This one's like this. And all right. And this is how you can differentiate these